بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى أهله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Guidance of purification, part to assisting purifying the self-condition in the heart, symptoms and remedies, beauty of patience, pardoning and avoidance by Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah. Guidance of purification being a translation of his min Risail Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah al-Zuhud wal-Wara wal-Ibada. Naam. And today we read is reward in proportion to hardship. The statement of some of the people that the reward is in proportion to the hardship is not correct at all. Just as the sects have concluded upon the types of monasticism. أيوة rahbaniyat and innovated acts of worship ibadatul al-mubtada, which Allah and His Messenger did not legislate from the kind of prohibited things of the polytheists, and as Allah exonerated from the pure things. For example, the excessiveness and exaggeration which the Prophet ﷺ censored, which he said, the excessive ones are destroyed. And he ﷺ said, if the month was made longer for me, truly I will perform such an interrupted fast that the exaggerators will abandon the exaggeration, like the hunger or excessive thirst which harms the mind and body and prevent the performance of obligation and recommended acts more beneficial than it. This is like the barefootedness, nudity, and walking which harms a person without benefit. For example, in the narration of Abu Israel radiallahu anhu, who saw an oath to fast and stand in prayer continuously and not to sit, take shade or speak. As the Prophet said, command him to sit, take shade, speak, and complete his fast. This is an expansive topic. As the reward being in proportion to the amount of obedience, then obedience to Allah and His Messenger is an easy act. It's like what Allah has made easy for the people of Islam in the two Testaments. That is, there is no God except Allah, and Muhammad is the Messenger of Allah, and they are the most superior of deeds. Due to that, the Prophet ﷺ said, two light settlements upon the tongue are two heavy things in the balance, both belong to the most merciful. Subhanallah bihamdi wa subhanallah al-azim. Glory be to Allah and His praise, and glory be to Allah the Almighty. And if it is said that the reward is according to the amount of benefit and good in the exact, through the first description will be correct with respect to its connection with the command, and the second with respect to the description itself. The benefit and good of an act can be from the perspective of the command alone at times from the perspective of the description itself, and at times from both of the two areas. So with respect to the first, it is divided into obedience and disobedience, and the second is divided into good and evil. Obedience and disobedience are terms based on the perspective of commands, while good and evil are terms based on the perspective of itself. Even though the majority of people do not affirm but the first, like the Asharis and a group of jurists among our companions and others hold. Among the people are those who do not affirm but the second, like the Mu'tazila and a group of jurists among our companions and others. The correct view is to affirm both perspectives, just as is demonstrated by the text of the Imams, words of the Salaf, majority of the scholars and others. As for its being a hardship, then it is not the cause for the virtue and superiority of an act. Rather, the virtuous act can be hardship. That virtue is due not to the significance of the hardship. Patience, in spite of it, increases its recompense and reward. So the reward increases with the hardship, just as person's distance from home in the course of the major and minor pilgrimage to Makkah increases, and his reward is greater than the one who lives nearby. As the Prophet ﷺ said to Aisha radiallahu anha during the minor pilgrimage, your reward is according to the amount of your effort. This is because the reward is in proportion to the work in terms of the distance, and with the distance the effort increases, and as the reward increases. Jihad is like that as well. The Prophet ﷺ said, the one profession in the Quran is with the noble and dutiful recording angels. Ainam, aywa, or Safara, and he who recited and falters it is difficult for him. There has to rewards. Frequently, the recompense increases in proportion to hardship and difficulty. Not because the difficulty and hardship are the goal of the act, rather because the act entails hardship and difficulty. In our law, thus this is through which burdens and shackles are removed from us. No harm is placed on us, and no difficulty is intended. With regards to the law before our time, that is of past nation, then indeed hardship was intended for them. A majority of slaves see the issue of hardship, pain, and difficulty as a demand to draw near to Allah due to what it entails of the self-fleeing from the light and religious on the reliance on the worldly life, and stopping from the delight and reliance on the worldly life, and stopping the heart from the being solely connected to the body. This is a type of asceticism practiced by the Sabians, Hindus, and others. Seeing this corrupt foundation, some of the ignoramuses praise it by saying, so and so has not married or slaughtered meat for food. And this is a form of praise of the monarchs who do not marry or slaughter. While as for those who truly turn away from falsehood in the world, the Prophet ﷺ said, rather I fast and break the fast, I marry women and eat meat. Therefore, whoever disinclines from my way is not from me. These things are from a corrupt in the religion are just as objectionable as having tranquility and contentedness towards the worldly life.